guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Air Minagi's Route. So, last episode I cried a lot. So, well, not a lot, but you know what I mean, I cried. So, I'm not going to be surprised if I cry even more as we continue forward. So, let's jump right back in. But, see you. I heard Tono say that in her gentle voice from behind me. I didn't turn around. Were they teasing me again? Boop-a-doop. Night fell. We went up to the school's roof to watch the stars together. That's Camelopardalis. And that's Ursa Minor. Tono told us about the constellations in detail. Yeah, Camelopardalis, Pardalis, and Ursa Minor are good friends. Michiru had been talkative all day, possibly because she was happy to be, or just to be with Tono. In response, Tono observed Michiru with a motherly gaze. Occasionally, she stroked Michiru's head, as if to make sure she was really there. Michiru would laugh happily. It was a beautiful scene. I felt that I could never get sick of looking at them like that. Do I belong in here? Is this the scene that I had always wished for? This peaceful warmth was too surreal. For the first time, I genuinely wanted to remain in this town. I did not know what Tono implied when she talked about the end of a dream. However, even if this was only a dream, we did not need an end to it. At least, not in this moment in time. Boop-a-doop. Okay, I have to go now. We parted ways with Michiru after we left the school. You're not walking with us to the shopping district? I asked Michiru that because we parted there at night a while back. Nope, it's okay. Why? You're going somewhere? No. I see. In that case, walk with us. Well then, good day, Mumble! Having barely finished saying that, she took off. What's with her? I watched Michiru as she disappeared into the night. It's her way of being considerate. Considerate? Yes. To who? Us, of course. Why? Who knows? She smiled secretively. Am I the only one who doesn't get it? It seems so. I felt a bit annoyed. Michiru's effort has gone to waste. Somebody doesn't get it at all. Shall we go back? And so we reached the path that led back to the station. On the way, I asked Tono why Michiru was showing consideration for us, but she refused to tell me anything. My God dang it! I started choking on my own spit. No, that's so gross. Anyways, my agony mounted. I probably won't be able to sleep tonight. Boop-a-doop. And more boop-a-doops. August 5th. Good morning. It was morning. Tono's soothing voice woke me up. That wasn't a bad way to wake up. The breakfast this morning was rice and sunny-side-up fried eggs. According to Tono, they were going for cheap at the morning market today. When I asked her the location of the morning market, it's a secret. That's what she told me. Although I was dubious if they were really cheap, or if they really were cheap, or whether there really was a morning market or not. I kept my mouth shut and ate, because no matter what, she made it for me. After breakfast was over, Tono left to attend summer school. Michiru said that she'd be here around noon, so she would come back by then. Tono was unusually disciplined, even for someone who just ran away from home. But that was just like her. I went out alone. I tried looking for children, but I couldn't find a single one today. That was to be expected, because I spent most of my time sitting on the seawall. I had been looking at the sea. I watched the horizon where the calm waves were formed. The salty sea breeze picked up as soon as it died down, so even though the sun was blistering, there was not a drop of sweat on me. I spent several hours in the company of the wind. When my stomach started growling, I jumped off the seawall. I started heading back to the station where the girls were. The walk back felt extremely long. On the way back, I ran into the two sisters I had met before. The two sisters seemed to have just gotten out of the pool. Their hair was wet, and they were holding bags with their swimwear in them. "Oh, it's the ferryman!" The younger sister remembered me. She asked me whether the fairy was with me today. "It's here." I turned around, then made the puppet that was peering out from my pocket wave its hand. The sister screamed in delight. I spent a bit of time with the sisters. Although I was starving, the sight of the sisters made me forget my prickly side. "Bye, mister!" After I put my puppet back into my pocket, the younger sister handed me something. It was a charcoal black feather. "That's a crow's feather. I picked it up just now, but you can have it." The sisters looked at each other and smiled. "This sure is unlucky," I muttered to myself while twirling the feather around my fingers. But I wondered why. Looking at this feather of an unlucky bird, I didn't feel bad at all. I heard that the crow really treasures its friends. That's why, if you use its feather as a charm, you'll make friends. Make many friends. Friends? Yep. I see. Thanks a lot. I stroked the two sisters' heads. I did not receive any tip from the sisters for letting them watch my performance, so this would have to do. After watching the girls run off waving goodbye, I headed for the station once more. It's cool! I was greeted by Michiru's exuberant voice when I returned. Aw! Electric fan, electric fan! Michiru was spinning an electric fan she got from God knows where with glee. She placed her face close to the fan, not because the wind felt good, but because she found it fun to look at the spinning blades. Beside her, Tono in her school uniform was her usual self, reading a book in silence. Ah! Welcome back! Michiru laughed. Welcome back. Tono greeted me and bowed. Hi, I'm back, so I replied. How was work? Tono inquired as she handed me a cup of freshly brewed coffee. Well, it was so-so. I tried putting on a front as I sipped my coffee. So-so would mean you made some money? Ugh. She struck a nerve. You see, money isn't everything in life. I looked into the distance. Is that so? She saw through me. I felt a bit embarrassed. But that's good, Tono muttered in relief. Not good. Definitely not. I deliberately said that in an angry tone. This is a grave matter, one that has my reputation as a puppeteer at stake. I did not even understand what I was saying. That means you'll be here for me. What? No, it's nothing. Tono's face turned red with embarrassment. Huh? Oh, Michiru. The three of us had lunch together. The menu was hamburger steak, specially handmade by Minagi. Mwah! Hamburger! Michiru went into a frenzy at the sight of her favorite food. She was like a dog finally getting fed after having been denied food. Apparently, the preparation was basically finished. All that was left was the grilling, and they had been waiting for me. So the cooking was done in no time. What puzzled me was how Tono managed to get her hands on the ingredients in the frying pan. I did not remember seeing any of those yesterday. Could she possibly have gotten those stuff from the morning market? It was a mystery. What's the matter? Nope, it's fine. I figured I wouldn't like to hear what she had to say, so I decided not to probe any further. The hamburger steak was delicious. After lunch, Tono and I looked up at the clear blue sky. Meanwhile, Michiru was taking a nap on Tono's lap, all the while emitting an uncanny laughter. Today's weather is nice. Michiru's voice was almost drowned out by the cicada's cries. So many clouds floating in the sky. I knew she wasn't expecting a reply, so I continued to look up at the sky. Kunosaki-san, she finally called out to me. Do you want... Wait, what? Do you want to... this town? What? Do you want to stay in this town, or... Either do you want to stay in this town, or do you want to leave this town? I don't know. The translators missed a word there. Tono asked me out of the blue. Yeah, maybe. I gave her a vague answer. That's expected, I guess. She lowered her head dejectedly and proceeded to stroke Michiru's hair. I looked at Michiru's sleeping face. I feel lonely. Tono slowly raised her head. Is it wrong to feel lonely? Huh? Is it wrong to feel lonely about having to meet someone just to have to say goodbye to them later? Tono. I thought she would start crying. I thought that this girl, gazing at me under this summer sky, would start crying. Oh no, I sure am. There's nothing wrong with that. I turned to look at the sky. I wasn't trying to avoid her gaze. I was searching the sky so as to ready myself for the sadness. Is that really okay? Maybe. If the farewells aren't sad, then what's the point in meeting to begin with? You could be right, but... But? Loneliness will only be dead weight. If it hinders you so much that you can't walk another step, you can't even leave or come back, and that's sad. We let the wind do all the speaking for us. The leaves rustled softly in the wind, carrying traces of the salty sea. That sound revived the forgotten. Farewell was imminent, as long as eternity did not exist. In these ordinary days, one fact had remained unchanged. We lived each day knowing that someday we would soon part. If we live each day knowing that it will end, how different is it from a dream that one will eventually wake up from? It's the same thing. We have always been living a dream. There isn't any difference between dream and reality. All the more so. I want to know what exists beyond the end of the dream. You're better off not knowing. What? All of a sudden, Michiru's voice sounded inside my head. Michiru who had been asleep, slowly got up. Good morning, Michiru. Minagi stroked Michiru's head that had been resting on her lap. Morning! Michiru answered Tono with a beaming smile. What's wrong, Kurosaki Yukito? Is there something on my face? I looked at the girl. What did you mean? I sought an answer from the girl who was smiling back at Tono. What? No, never mind, forget it. It was just my imagination. Michiru's passing voice in my head. A voice so full of sadness. A voice holding back tears. Kurosaki Yukito is acting strange, Minagi. Yeah. That glutton must be feeling sick from eating too much hamburger steak. I'm not like you. Oh, but you really ate more than I did. She's right. If I make more of it, then you'll have more to eat. That's not the point. Oh, really? You'll make more for me? Michiru's eyes gleamed with greed. No, like I said, that's not... Okay, if you really want more. I want more! As you wish. Michiru bowed politely. Yay! I want to eat hamburger steak forever! Forever? Yup, I want to have hamburger steak every day forever. As you wish. Yay! Is she for real? I don't hate hamburger steak, but if you're talking about every day... It's a promise, forever, okay? Okay, forever. Forever and ever. Okay. Forever and ever and ever. Okay. So, I prayed that we would be together, forever and ever. August 6th. The next morning. I'm sorry I charred the rice. Tono woke me up with an apologetic voice. Please wait while I cook it again. She lowered her head in apology. I poked hard at one of her hair whorls with my index finger. Even you make mistakes, huh? I said teasingly. Of course. She turned away abruptly. That hurts. I made her angry. This is bad. I had a bad feeling about this. And so this morning I had charred rice for breakfast. Tono must be in a bad mood as she didn't say a single word during breakfast. I had to keep saying delicious in an attempt to please her. I got what I deserved. Even so, it was rare to see Tono get mad, so it didn't spoil my mood that much. Tono didn't seem to be too mad at me since she even gave me the portion of rice that wasn't badly charred. And when I finally said that was delicious, thank goodness, I could tell she was pleased. It was not so bad to see Tono get mad once in a while, but if I told her that, she'd get mad again. The sun rose higher, and Michiru, as usual, came running. Bonjour! Today's another hot day! And who might you be, mademoiselle? Michiru had learned a new way of making an entrance. Bonjour. Not you too, I interjected. Nice interjection, monsieur. I don't know how to say that word. They seem to have taken a liking to foreign words. What a bother. Yeah, I don't know French, guys. It's okay. Don't hate on me because I don't know French. That summer afternoon, we had hamburger steak as planned. Afterwards, Tono and Michiru blew bubbles until the sun set. It was a familiar sight. I sat down on the bench and watched the two play endlessly. Time passed gently. But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you are becoming part of a legacy. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!